Make our set square, like this example here. What you need to do first is make sure you've snapped to grid lock, so that button should be dark grey here, and you're going to want to use the line tool. Okay, this line tool up here. You're going to drag down to 7 centimetres, that's 70 millimetres, and remember you can see that in the bottom under rel over here. It'll show you the rel. Okay, so 70, then I want to snap to this grid and I want it to be 140. So make sure you're watching that rel. I can see it's 140, snap to grid. I want to join these two corners. How am I going to know if they snap? Well, if I'm on grid lock, they should automatically snap because it snaps to the grid. But in the middle, I'm going to want to create this smaller square, which is actually off the grid. So I'm going to go to step lock. I'm going to draw my first line. I want it to be vertical. Make sure it's vertical. Then I'm going to use my attach tool. I'm going to find a point and I'm going to attach to it. Make sure that's horizontal. And then from there, I'm going to draw my next one using the attach tool, and it will find the nearest edge and attach to it. So if I zoom in, there should be no gaps, because it won't cut out properly if there are any gaps. Fantastic, it has attached. So you won't need your attach tool again, so you can click off that one. Now obviously that triangle isn't particularly central, so I can use the select tool. I could have made my triangle bigger. I could select my triangle and I could either make it slightly bigger by dragging out the corners, that'd be better, and then moving it. And if it's still not getting to a position I want it to be in, I could come off step lock and then more freehand move it, but I'm happy with that position. So that is the basic set square. We don't want these super pointy corners, so you need to go to your arc tool, hold down, pick the very end tool here, which says draw a filleted arc between two lines, select. A radius of 5, yours might come up with 10, just change it to 5. Then you can locate your entities, which are your two corners, and as I click the two, it curves them. So much safer, like so. If you also wanted to curve your inner triangle, you could do, but I'm not going to do that. I'm happy with it being pointy. So, very, very quick little cheat. You'll already have your ruler drawing. You can simply select your numbers from that ruler drawing and copy them over. So I've just copied them over from my set square. You could just use the select tool, drag, and select as many as you're going to need. I probably will only need up to 10, maybe 11. Use the Control-C or this icon here to copy. Click. Use the square in the middle to move it, and drag it across. And there you've got your measurements. Obviously they don't fit quite, so what you might need to do is shrink them beforehand. So I can make them shorter, or I could also just change my font. Or, if you want to keep them big, what you could do is make this smaller, like so. And then your font will have more room to breathe. Right. If you want to have some cutouts, remember black is cut out for the laser cutter. You don't need to fill your shapes. All you need is to have a black outline. So you can change your fill colour. If you go to fill, you just need to click the colour here for your fill. And I'll just have my outline. If I just had the outline of the fish, that's what it would copy. So after you've vectorised an image, and there is a vectorising tutorial in the folder, you can use these and add some details to your ruler. Or, once again, you can insert a font and get your name on the ruler. Okay, so that is how we're going to make our set square.